circle with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it love. You don't mean I ain't paying dues. It's stupid. I'm on my mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The Heat are out of Miami and into an interconference game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside, and it's Dang in at the 3 spot. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosch last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Dragic against Westbrook. Westbrook with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Oklahoma City gets it back. Bosch against Ibaka. The three-pointer, no good. On defense, Oklahoma City. Out to Wade. From 18 feet away. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Durant with it. Now guarded by Dragic. From past the arc. And Kevin Durant good for 3. Durant's got 5.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And Roberson gets to Durant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
It's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Now here's Westbrook, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Ibaka down low. He's covered by Whiteside, and stolen by Whiteside.
Well, it took advantage of the tight space on the inside to make the steal there.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And Miami has possession. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Now here's Westbrook after Dwayne Wade's miss. Westbrook passes to Roberson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Roberson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long. The Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change he had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that great The Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart. For him with the Orlando gig, and Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got such a laid-back demeanor. I mean, his pulse doesn't quicken. And when you ask opponents, they'll tell you he is as competitive break as they come.
What you see on the outside with Kevin is a mirage, a fake out, if you will, because on the inside, this guy burns with competitive fire and brimstone.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Waiters dishes to Ibaka. And that one hits back iron.
And with Durant, his competitive spirit really comes out in crunch time. He demands the ball when the game's on the line. And more often than not, he gets it and delivers.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. And guys, talking about Durant, he may not wear it on his sleeve, but he's really upped his energy and emotion on the defensive end. I mean, he's seen that defense wins championships, and that's the only thing on his mind right now.
And here in the first half minutes played, and that one's good by Bosch.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
Ibaka with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. Bosch leading the charge, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And they can use a few more sequences just like that. And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Durant, and it's Foy in for Serge Ibaka. And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Dragic from outside. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Randy Foy is on the way. Here's Morrow, who's guarded by Johnson. From the corner. Here's Cantor, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Here's Johnson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's Dragic with the drive. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. And I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
When it's out of bounds, the Heat will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And as the Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that
comes from me being 8 years old.
More year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Tanner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Foyle is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Singler in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
To the paint, here's Whiteside, and Durant sends it back. Miami no good on that time either.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Near the three-point line, it's Foye off the left rim and out. Talking about Randy Foye last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
From deep. The shot, no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Roberson. Outside Westbrook. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for Miami, Wash comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Josh McRoberts. Adams' shot is good.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty, I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling. You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Outside for Durant. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Richardson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. And dang, here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. That one goes. Count it.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
That's good.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
So it's Miami now. 15-point game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And still, he scores. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And the Thunder with some changes. Dion Waiters comes in for Steven Adams. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Roberson. And Miami with a change here, too. Johnson's checked in.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. And maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
Ennis Cantor's checked in for Oklahoma City. Kyle Singler comes in for Russell Westbrook.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. And Waiters kicks to Singler. Johnson against Cantor. Pass to Morrow from the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Stoudemire. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stoudemire. Morrow. And it's well off target. The Heat trail by 17. Winslow's shot is off. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Heat ball.
.51 seconds left in the second quarter. Johnson. Offensive rebound. Richardson lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Here's Morrow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Ibaka. Here's Cantor. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
Wade left side. Double teamed on Wade. Morrow with the rebound. Up the alley-oop pass.
Boy, you gotta love it. Picture perfect alley-oop.
A little surprise though, Clark. It didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for two.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special though when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
So as we could,
Kevin, you obviously.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
and as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Dang in at the 3 slot.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
Dragic. The Thunder pull it in. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Drains the 3-pointer. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter. Last season, the Oklahoma City Thunder led the entire NBA in rebounding. Greg, they did well on both ends. First in the league in offensive rebounds and second in defense.
And Kevin, the thing that sticks out for me, for OKC, everybody rebounds. The guards, the bigs, the wings. It really has a huge impact and allows you to have that many more possessions. So if this team is healthy, watch out.
All alone, and it's Wade with the jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oklahoma City leading by 22. Here's Durant. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Dang goes in. From 13, it's blocked. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Bosch, that's for two.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And Roberson gets to Westbrook. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Dragic against Westbrook takes the 13-footer. Again, Dragic missing.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Miami. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Foy's checked in.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Outside Durant. Outside Westbrook. Fires for 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
To the inside. Westbrook passes to Adams. An emphatic alley-oop jam. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Bosch. Johnson comes in for Josh McRoberts. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. For Miami, they have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
1:05 left in the third. Durant. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And Miami has possession. Johnson goes in, and good on the basket. Book it.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Back to Durant. Fires from deep. Durant with another miss. The Heat shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Johnson gets the bucket. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break and taken away by Johnson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Can't cash in from close range.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Stolen by Durant. There's the dish to Waiters. He kicks it to Cantor. The wide open look for Durant. Drains the three-pointer. Durant's got 16 points.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire.
From I make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London, to Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect.